Hey, what's up you guys? My name is Tyler Rugge, and for today's video, I'm going to be reacting to David Dobrik's videos where he surprises people with animals or does animal pranks, you know, all that fun, entertaining content that David Dobrik comes out with. Yeah, so there's just a few things I wanted to talk about before we actually get into the video, because I know this is going to be a little bit controversial. David Dobrik has a large following, and a lot of people are going to be butthurt by this. So I wanted to start off by saying, I don't hate David Dobrik. I don't think he's a terrible person. I don't even think he really meant to do any harm by any of these videos. So I'm not telling anyone to go hate him. I'm not saying that he's a horrible person, blah, blah, blah. All that disclaimer stuff that you want to hear. Yeah, he's not a bad person, whatever. I've never personally met him, but, you know, he seems like he is a nice person, maybe. Again, I really don't know much about him. I don't watch his videos. He seems like a halfway decent person, though. I don't think he understands the harm he's doing in these videos necessarily. Some people just don't really value the lives of other living things that aren't humans. So that might be the case. I really don't know. But yeah, I just wanted to like react to these videos, kind of show them and talk about why it's an issue, just so that other people can see this side and my point of view when watching these videos, because it can be problematic when you're using animals for shocking content and you're scaring people with them and you're just being very irresponsible with the way you handle them, because not only is it bad in the specific situation that he is in where he could be harming a specific animal, but he has a very large audience and he's kind of showing people that behaving this way is okay and it's funny and it's relatable, when that shouldn't be how animals are portrayed on this platform. That's my opinion, again. So yeah, if you're like a David Dobrik fan and you're gonna like leave a bunch of mean comments down below about how stupid and sensitive I'm being, go ahead, I really don't care. You're wasting your time and you're increasing my engagement. In the end of the day, it's helping me. So David does a lot of stuff with animals on his channel, and there isn't a lot of context surrounding what is going on because his videos are so short. He just doesn't really talk about like where he's getting the animals or what happens to them at the end of the video. There's just a lot of videos he's done with animals. Not all of them are like super problematic. Some of them I'm like, all right, like there isn't really that much wrong with this. And he has a ton of videos with animals, so I had to watch them, which was kind of painful for me. I really just... So yeah, I watched a decent amount of his like animal videos and just tried to find the ones that really caught my attention and really had things that I could point out that was wrong with them. Because making like videos where you surprise people with animals or whatever isn't necessarily always a bad thing. It depends how you go about it. Some of them weren't really that bad, so that's why I'm not going to show them all. But some of them, it was just like, it just made me cringe and made me really think, like, how do people watch this and just like, they don't even think about it, you know? So yeah, I'm done rambling. Let's just get into the reacting part, and I'm gonna stop every once in a while to explain like what I'm thinking, because, you know, we all know I have a strong opinion with animals and the way they're treated and blah blah blah, so I'm just gonna talk about it, okay? Cool. Alright, so first we have Tarantula would not get off my girlfriend. And basically in this video, David gets a tarantula. I guess he bought it. I really don't know where he got the tarantula. But he has a tarantula, a large one. And he puts it on his friends that are laying on the ground blindfolded. And then he takes off the blindfold. And then they are very scared of the tarantula and they react to it. So let's just watch it. Let's just see what happens, okay? I kind of like skipped to about a minute, 20 seconds into the video to where it actually happens. So let's do this.
Impossible game.
This is an easy one. What is it?
It's not easy.
Look up. Look up at it. Look up.
Okay, so we've watched 8 seconds of this video so far. And can we just like rewatch what just happened? If you look closely, the tarantula is on, I think that's Josh Peck, on his chest. And then when he realizes it's a tarantula, he like rolls over and you kind of see the tarantula go flying for a second, but it then immediately cuts to another clip. So they like cut out, you know, where the tarantula went or what happened. It just immediately cuts to something else. But you'll see he like rolls over really fast and the tarantula's like right here and it just goes like, and then the video cuts, okay? So let's watch that really quick for another second, okay?
Look up at it. Look up.
Okay, so, yeah. Some of you guys might be like, Tyler, who cares? It's a tarantula, okay? Yeah, it's a tarantula, but it's a living thing. And here's the deal with tarantulas. They are very fragile, which, you know, everyone's like afraid of tarantulas, whatever. Point is, they aren't very harmful if you just leave them alone. But they're very fragile. They don't have a skeleton like a lot of other animals do. They're invertebrates, meaning they have an exoskeleton. They have like their exoskeleton, and inside of that is all their organs and stuff. So tarantulas are very fragile to falls and being dropped. That's why a lot of the times people don't recommend handling tarantulas, because if they fall a large distance or they hit something with a lot of force, they can just die like that. Like their abdomen can crack open and they can die. They're super sensitive to large falls. So it's really just bad to have a tarantula on you and to immediately like fling yourself in some direction with no regard to what's going on with the tarantula. But apparently the tarantula was okay because there's like more clips of the tarantula, but that's just not something that's smart to do. It's very disrespectful and dangerous, and again, it's just not something to promote to a large audience, that it's okay to do stuff like this, because you're putting another living creature in danger. And, you know, to me, that's just not cool. It's just something I wanted to point out. Okay, the next thing that concerned me, which was when it was on Liza. So over here, they put it on Liza to prank her. And let's just watch it. Let's just go for it. Okay, so Liza stands up. The tarantula's on her pants. So at this point, if the tarantula fell from there, it could literally die, because tarantulas, again, like I said, they're fragile. Can we just like take a second to just see how they're handling the situation, how they're handling the tarantula? Clearly, they just think it's funny, it's a big joke, but none of them know what they're doing. None of them know anything about tarantulas. They don't know how to handle it. They're just being idiots. See, she's like twirling around, shaking her shirt, trying to get it off. But if the thing fell, it could literally die. And again, this is just coming from me and my perspective, where, in my opinion, I just value other living things' lives very much, whereas other people might not necessarily. So some people might be watching this right now and be like, you're overreacting, who cares, it's a spider. But to me, you just shouldn't be doing this and promoting it to your audience of, what, 6.5 million people? Okay, so yeah, they got it off. It got, you know, back in its little cup. And the video basically ends like a little bit after this, and they don't really even say what they did with the tarantula. I doubt they kept it. Like, what did you do with it? Did you just buy it from the store and then go return it after you were done filming the video? That's another very stupid thing to be promoting on your channel, is buying animals just to film a video with it and then taking it back, which we don't necessarily know what exactly happened because he doesn't say. But it's just like, why? What is the purpose of that? So next we put a skunk in her house. And yeah, okay, let's just watch it, whatever.
One, kick it back. Oh my god, David, it's a fucking skunk. David, why did you bring a fucking skunk in my apartment? I moved into this apartment to get away from all of this shit.
Okay, so basically they have a skunk. I don't know where they got it. Did they buy a skunk? I really don't know. I guess comment down below if you know where he got any of these animals. But yeah, he got this skunk. He has it like on the ground with a box over it. And he just, like, opens the box and lets it, like, run around aimlessly as a joke. And he does this, like, multiple times. I think he does it again here.
Go. It's a skunk.
Yeah.
Get that fucking out of my house. Get it out of my house. Get it out. Get it out.
No,
Get it out.
listen.
Get it out, bro.
Why are you so stressed out? What's going on?
This is real.
Okay, and then it happens again. I think they did it at Gabby's apartment or something.
Gabby's about to go full rage mode. James, come on.
Yeah.
It's a skunk. It's a skunk. Oh my god. It's a skunk.
I like how, okay, first of all, let's just go with, like, the funny part of this. I thought it was funny how there's, like, two types of people. The person screaming and the person who's like, oh, it's so cute, look at it, because that's me. We just need to think about the fact that the skunk is a living creature, okay? It's like a little good guy. He's just doing his best. And they're taking it from apartment to apartment, putting him in a box, and letting it go, letting it run around the apartment. It's a big prank. It's all fun and games, whatever. And there's, all of their friend group they're very loud, obnoxious people, whatever. They're YouTubers. We're all freaking annoying. Can you imagine, like, from the skunk's point of view, they're in this dark box. They lift the box up. They're running around an apartment, and there are people screaming everywhere. Can you imagine how stressed out the skunk is? And I don't understand how you can think that it's okay to, like, do this. It'd be one thing if he did stuff like this, like, once, but there are a ton of videos of him doing all these stupid pranks and shocking videos with animals, and people don't seem to regard, like, that the animal, maybe it's stressed out. Maybe it doesn't want to go from apartment to apartment and be in a box and, have people screaming all over the place around it. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't know, okay? So I just wanted to share that video. I mean, obviously, nothing really got harmed as far as what we saw, but I'm just saying that the skunk was probably stressed out, and I just disagree with putting animals in stressful situations like that just for the sake of filming a shocking video. Alright, so next we have surprising girlfriend with new puppy. Just a disclaimer, it's not a puppy.
That's not gonna sell any.
Oh my god.
Make sure you stay there.
Oh my god.
Look.
Oh my god.
Look.
Oh my god.
You gotta look.
Fucking alligator.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
it's an alligator.
Oh my god.
Dude, it almost hit your hand.
Shut up.
Okay, so before we get to, like, the next clip of them being idiots, so the alligator was on that girl, I don't know her name. The alligator was clearly very stressed out, had its mouth open, it kept trying to climb off and get away, and they kept picking it up and putting it back on her. It would climb off, they kept picking it up, putting it back on her, just to, like, freak her out and scare people and be shocking. And we'll continue.
Bro, it's hissing. Don't make any noise.
They poured super worms all over him, by the way. I'm just gonna say that because, that's what they did.
Where are the parents of these things? I've never screamed like a girl in my life. Jonah, hey, what's up, bro?
So yeah, I guess I just don't get how people find this entertaining. Like, yes, let's scream at the top of our lungs because there's, like, a lizard and an alligator on the floor. Let's just freak out and stress the animals out. And what you guys don't understand is a lot of animals and reptiles and whatnot can literally die from stress. And what you need to think about is the fact that these animals had to go through the stress of being transported from wherever they were from to their apartment or whatever. And usually animals, when you bring them home, you're supposed to put them in their enclosure that you have set up for them and leave them there for a couple weeks so they can settle and all that stuff so they don't get too stressed out. But these people are transporting them from wherever they come from to their apartment, and then they're immediately handling it and doing all this crazy stuff with it, screaming, shouting, whatever, and they're just doing all this stuff that can freak them out. And I don't know, to me it's just unfair to the animals. Again, I'm not trying to shit talk David and say he's a horrible person, because he probably just doesn't know better. And that's why I'm making this video. I want people to know better. I don't want people to keep making these stupid mistakes with animals and putting them in these stupid situations. That's why I'm here. Hello, I'm Tyler. Welcome to my channel. Anyways, next one is called He Found This Inside His House. This is featuring some scorpions. Let's just watch it.
So I bought a couple scorpions earlier, and as for the last 20 minutes, I think I lost one.
No, he's right here on my arm. I figure maybe he'll get angry and he'll sting me and I'll die.
Scott, I hate to break it to you, but they aren't poisonous.
Oh, what the fuck?
So yeah, I'm not sure if that was like some kind of effect, because I know they had 2 scorpions, so I don't know if there was a scorpion already on his leg, and then there was one on his arm, and he just did this, and then they cut to the one on his leg, so it looked like it like landed on his leg. Okay, scorpions don't have like a really good grip on you. If you fling yourself like that, a scorpion can easily fall. It probably fell to the ground, okay?
He'll get angry and he'll sting me and I'll die.
Scott, I hate to break it to you, but they aren't poisonous.
Oh, what the fuck?
See, so he went like this and slammed his arms down, and I'm sure the scorpion fell to the ground. And it's another thing, similar with tarantulas. Scorpions are fragile creatures. They aren't freaking cockroaches where they can like take a fall, take a nuclear bomb, and they're fine. If it falls to the ground, it can easily get hurt. It could break, you know, some of its legs. It could snap its back open because it has an exoskeleton. It could easily get very seriously injured or even die from falling. So usually people don't recommend handling scorpions in the first place because they get very stressed out from being handled. So acting like this is just stupid.
Todd, can you tell me if this is too much dirt? Todd, this is too much dirt. Look.
God damn it! Fuck, dude! He's freaking fucking long out! You piece of shit, man! What the fuck? I want you to get a job!
Big Nick constantly talks.
So yeah, they put the scorpions in the tub, and then they put someone's feet in the tub. And again, what happened to the scorpions after this video was filmed and they were done with them? Did they just give them away to someone? Did they take them back to the store? Like, did they just release them into the wild? I don't know. Next we have putting 200 rats in my friend's house. Freak out. Now, before we even start watching this, I just want to say a couple of things. Rats are some of the cutest creatures ever. They make amazing pets. They are so intelligent. They're capable of forming bonds with each other, forming bonds with people. You can teach them tricks. They can learn their own name. Like, they are super intelligent creatures. So, you know, it's even worse when you're doing stupid shit to animals who are super highly intelligent and they're more capable of understanding what's going on. And so, yeah, he went out. Who knows where he got 200 rats. I'm assuming maybe someone who breeds them for feeders or something. And he has them all in this tub. Let's just watch it. Let's just watch it, okay?
There, baby.
Oh my god, David!
So many little
Is it the whole cast of Ratatouille? Dude, how'd you throw all my ex-girlfriends into one bed?
It's all the girls he took that way.
Free my children.
And then they just let them go into this apartment.
I have a quick surprise for both of you guys.
What?
You guys have to come with me.
I don't want to. But I want to. Oh my god!
Yeah, and I mean, that's basically all they show of the rats. So they literally got, you know, they say it's 200 rats. Whether it's actually 200, I don't know. It didn't really look like that many. But they got a whole bunch of rats. And they just released them into this apartment for like, you know, 30 seconds of their vlog, basically. And then that's all they show. Like, they just show people screaming and freaking out. Whatever. Wow, so shocking. Great content. And then, like, they don't mention where they got the rats, what happened to the rats after, you know, they released them into the house. And, like, yeah, like, what happened to the rats? Like, what did they do with them after they were done with this video? Did they return them to where they got them from? Did they even round up all of the rats? Because some of them could have easily ran into a crevice somewhere and hid and gotten away, and now they're freaking in the walls somewhere and they're gonna die. It's just stupid. So the last one we have here is surprising her with a baby sugar glider. Now this is one I've already talked about on my channel in the past, and that video isn't up anymore. I'll talk about that in a second, but basically David surprises Gabby with a sugar glider.
Long story short, a couple months ago, Gabby told me that she'd really want a flying squirrel or a sugar glider as a...
Which, by the way, flying squirrels and sugar gliders are 2 completely different species, so it's just a pet peeve when people group them together, but anyways.
After looking for a couple months, I finally found Gabby her very own sugar glider. Say hi! Hi! Come on, lay down.
No!
Lay down.
No!
Lay down.
No, I'm not doing this. I don't.
Okay, so, you know, there's a lot of, like, idiotic things going on here, you know.
Please get up!
The prank thing where they blindfold people and put the animal on there, and then it shows the sugar glider It shows the sugar glider running around the house, whatever.
Are you serious?
We do.
Boo.
Can we play a game like, is it fuzzy?
No.
Is it slimy?
No, like no, I'm saying we can't play that game.
Oh. Wait, I think my anxiety is too high. Is it a squirrel?
No, what?
God, I'm sweating so much.
It's on.
It feels cute. It feels cute.
Go ahead, take it off.
Is it cute or is it scary?
I don't know, find out.
Is it cute or is it scary?
Find out. It's cute. It's a flying squirrel. It's yours.
So, I made a whole video about this, but basically the problem here is you can't just surprise someone with an animal as a pet. Someone has to do a lot of research on how to take care of an animal, especially something as complex as a sugar glider. So you can't just buy something like a sugar glider for someone as a pet and give it to them, surprise, and then like, it's like dropping a bomb on them because then they don't even know what they're doing or how to take care of it and they have to do all the research and all that stuff. But not only that, but sugar gliders need to live in pairs at least because they're very social. So if they don't have a friend, then they can literally become depressed and die. Sugar gliders, the biggest issue I had with this, are illegal in California. It's just so irresponsible to get a pet that is illegal because if anything happens, if anyone finds out, which, you know, they filmed it and posted it on the internet for millions of people to see, someone could easily call animal control and get the sugar glider confiscated from, you know, Gabby, and then it would probably be put down or something because it's illegal. There isn't really much they can do with it. Not really sure how they deal with illegal animals that are confiscated there, but also if it's illegal and it has any health issues, you can't take it to the vet to get treated because it's a legal animal. They aren't going to treat it. So yeah, there's a lot of issues with owning illegal animals, with buying animals on impulse, and surprising people with pets. Didn't want to get too far into this one because I made a whole video about that before. Gabby saw it, she DM'd me, we talked about it, and then I told Gabby I would remove my video after she addressed it online and addressed like why it was an issue to her audience, because again, my whole thing with this is I'm not trying to drag anyone or bring anyone down. I just want to bring awareness mainly to their audiences that what these creators they support are doing is not okay. So I told Gabby if she tells her audience that what happened was wrong and that she handled the situation, then I'll take down my video because at that point my video already served its purpose. So basically Gabby was really responsible and she said she tried to find, you know, some sort of sanctuary or something that she could take it to because she knew she couldn't keep it and she couldn't properly take care of it. And she said that David didn't mean any harm by doing it. She said that he found it on Craigslist, I guess, and didn't know they were illegal, didn't really know much about it, and just wanted to surprise her with it, which again is just very idiotic. And that's part of the reason why I'm making this video is I want to get to the audiences of these people so they know that what these creators they support and are doing is wrong. But I also kind of am hoping that the creators will see this and be like, all right, like I shouldn't do this anymore because animals aren't objects. This whole situation was handled and Gabby, you know, spoke out about how what she did was wrong. I don't think David ever said anything, which kind of is shitty because he should really speak out to his audience and be like, you know, what I did was wrong. I shouldn't have done that. That's a bad idea. Because you're setting an example for literally millions of people. So I guess that's it for this video. I guess if you can take anything from this, it's just, you know, irresponsible to be treating animals like this. I'm not saying David's a terrible person. Based on what Gabby said to me, he seems like a nice guy. He's just trying to like be funny and relatable and put out, you know, exciting content. But he just like isn't internalizing the impact his actions can have when he's doing this in front of such a large audience, because you're kind of setting an example for people. As we saw in some of these videos, some animals were put in danger. He probably wasn't thinking about it, but that's why I'm making this video. I want to bring, you know, attention to this and kind of let people know, like, you know, it's okay if you didn't realize when you watched this at first it was wrong, but, you know, I'm making this video so that hopefully you can realize it's wrong, and then when you see creators putting stuff like this out, then you can let them know. You don't have to be mean about it, but you can say, hey, that wasn't cool, you shouldn't do that. So yeah, not hating on anyone, not trying to be a dick. If you disagree with me, then that's completely okay. I'm not saying that I'm 100% right. I'm not saying my opinion is the only one that matters, But yeah, I just wanted to put this video out there. So if you guys enjoyed it or you found it to be helpful, give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. I post videos every week. I have a lot of animals and I post good, entertaining content with them that does not harm them or put them in danger or stress them out. So if you'd like to watch some of those, then check out my channel. I also came out with merch recently, so you can check that out. The link will be down below. Buy it. I would appreciate it a lot. And follow me on all my social medias. The links to those will be down below. And I'll see you guys in my next video.